Hi everyone, so I'm going to do a quick review on a shoe that I ordered for my daughter that wasn't quite right, but I still want to review because I feel like it's one of those shoes that not a lot of people have tried or I couldn't find reviews on. And I just thought I'd share kind of the specifics of the shoe for anyone out there that's interested. So my understanding is Block has bought out Mirella. I could be wrong about that. I'm assuming it's the same company. The Mirella is under the Block name now because they're on the website, on the Block site. So this is the Mirella Advanced Pointe shoe. It's a really beautiful shoe. I actually am tempted to try it for myself because it has a nice, see how low the sides are? I love the low sides. The box is very flat profile. This is so low, it's a very nice, snug profile. So if you feel like a lot of boxes are too roomy, this could be a good option for you. The heel is a bit high, but it might not be, it might just appear to be high in comparison to how low this side is. So if you feel like your foot gets swallowed up by shoes, this might be an option, assuming the other specifications work with your shoe. So the vamp, in my opinion, is quite short. And that was the issue with my daughter. It was a beautiful fit, except for the vamp was just a little bit too short for her foot type. And so when she was up, I could see the bunion it looked like her foot was doing some weird, I don't know. It wasn't going in straight. And there is like a knuckling thing happening on the pinky toe, and it just didn't look quite right. But it is, in my opinion, quite beautiful of a shoe. This drawstring is a cotton drawstring. It's not the elastic, just an FYI. The box is probably a semi-tapered. It's not super square, but it is definitely not there are way more tapered models out there. It's probably a great option for somebody who needs a little bit of a taper but doesn't want it to be, crazy hard to balance or whatever. It has a three-part shank, and it has this cardboard insert, which kind of looks, I like to call it like the popsicle stick type. Looks to me like some sort of polycarbonate, like some sort of, it's not plastic so much, but it's hard. I mean, this shank is quite hard, and I'm not sure, the only downside in my opinion is I'm not sure how you would adjust this without the concern of cutting your foot, because it's that sharp and hard. It would be very difficult to adjust that aspect of the shank, this plastic. I mean, you can hear it's plastic. And then the top layer is black. It also feels kind of plasticky, and I'm usually like a huge fan of natural materials with pointe shoes just because I feel like they mold your feet and they're comfortable. So I haven't personally worn this shoe, but this top shank to me feels it's very pliable. It's a lot softer than this, which is hard to move at all. But it does feel like plastic. So I guess theoretically, if you were to take this out for some reason, if you like to half shank, this maybe would be enough to keep that from cutting into your foot. So, but in the inside just has the cotton. There's no weird foamy things in the toe, which is a good thing in my opinion. And the sole is sewn in, which I actually really like, because I don't normally, now if you've watched my other reviews, you're gonna say, wait a second, because I don't normally like sewing here. If the stitching goes, like in Russian Pointe, the stitching goes through into the shank. So with Grishko, they do this as well, where the stitching is separate and this shank is still independent of this sole. As soon as this is connected and you can't adjust anything in the shank, I don't really like that. So as long as I can move the shank away from the sole, I'm okay with the stitching if it's not too thick, which this is super thin, very low profile from the side. So a lot of shoes, I will take a razor and shave down the edges of this leather. And this is pretty, I mean, you can see, if you can see that, it is very, very flat to start with. So you really probably wouldn't need to do that at all. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I'll just hold them up again. They're beautiful. If the vamp was just a hair longer, I think they would have been perfect. I read a lot about the different models of Mirella because I just haven't heard a lot about them, but I do like, there's a couple block models that I'm pretty sold on, so I thought I would try them. So these are the advanced, just to show you one more time. Super flat, consistent, low profile box. I like that a lot. And lower sides and the stitching on the back. I was thinking maybe I could just put them on to show you, but I just don't know that, I won't be able to put them on, but, excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cough. But yeah, I can slip my foot in there. They're too small, but just to give you an idea. So they're pretty flattering. They're very nice on the foot. So yeah, worth a try if you need a semi-tapered box. These actually make me think a lot of the Heritage, minus the weird foam thing in the toe of the Heritage, which I always had to rip out. So if you like the Heritage but you do not like that toe thing, or let me check the heel one more time because I actually meant to look at that. The heel's a little bit taller than what I usually go for, but I think it's lower than the Heritage heel. So if you also dislike the Heritage heel is higher, I believe. At least it fits that way on my foot. This might be an option. So it seems very similar in specifications as far as the vamp and the box shape. Now the Heritage is a higher profile, so a higher crown, but this is a very low, tight crown. So I think it's a really pretty shoe. It's definitely something that I might consider in the future. These are a 6 single X. Other than this one little smudge on them, they're brand new if anybody wants a 6 single X. I am a 7 single or no X, so they don't work for me, and my daughter's a 6 single X, but the vamp is too short. So yeah, that is it. That's the Mirella Advanced. So if you have any tips on other Mirellas that might have a slightly higher vamp, but do not have a high profile, let me know, because that's like what she needs. I looked at the Whisper, but it looked a little square, but the Hannah's worked for her, so I'm just trying to find a good fit for her as well. And it's good because then I educate myself on things I otherwise may have not tried. So I hope this helps someone out there. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching my video, and I've got Pointe exercises coming soon. Okay, bye.